In the meantime, Jared Kelenic, obviously the Mariners need this guy to be right if things are going to work out, but not great news. He's placed in a 10-day IL with a broken foot. What does it mean for Kelenic? Here's what he had to say.
Let the emotions get the best of me there. I just feel terrible. Especially for the guys. I let the emotions get the best of me, and I let them down. And take full responsibility for it. It's on me. It's just can't.
That is a hard lesson to learn.
Man.
Yeah, because you see it happen a lot, not where you end up with a broken foot or a broken hand or things like that, but even at an early age, you tell kids, don't beat things up. And this is why, because those water coolers or steps or chairs, they don't give. But then they throw the camera on you. They all up in his grill.
You got to sit there and talk about and answer all those
I give Jared some credit there for sitting there and taking it. Most people are not going to go out there and have that conversation.
Right. I mean, it's unfortunate, but we've seen it so many times. Yes, Jared is gonna learn the lesson the hard way in this situation, but we've seen this from time to time with players to where you're scuffing a little bit and you get upset, man. We're competitors. You're getting to the heat of the game. You want to come through. He was in a big situation. He had a big at-bat. But this ain't the first time. My boy Jay up. We've seen these things happen before. You're upset, try to throw your helmet. Ends up almost knocking one of your teammates out. Now the teammate slamming stuff, too.
That's Yonder.
Yonder, he acting like he all mad. You mad? Go over there and do something to Jay up if you that upset about it. But that's neither here nor there. But we see this all the time. And Kelenic, he came out the gates swinging a hot bat. He's scuffing a little bit. So now those at bats where you don't come through. I mean, he's facing Durant, one of the best closers in the game. You working a 9-10 pitch at bat. You lock in, then you take a breaking ball over the middle of the plate. You're upset, but you got to find another way to deal with that. And I guarantee you he will from now on. But I've been there. Yep. I've done that. I've been upset. I punched a wall. I remember I thought, man, I just broke my hand. And I went home and I iced my hand. And I was like, well, please don't tell me I broke my hand. Please don't tell me I broke my hand, because I don't want to have to go to the team and explain how I just hurt myself, because you understand how that impacts your team and impacts your teammates. And he feels terrible. So I think the fans need to see that raw emotion. Other players needed to see that raw emotion, because now when you're upset, you just rethink, how am I going to blow up? I'm going to blow up somehow, some way. I'm going to go in the tunnel. I'm going to figure out what can I do and guarantee I'm not going to hurt myself, but I can get this tension up off me.
Now, I will say this. When you get to this level, it's inexcusable.
Yeah.
Because now you're hurting your teammates and you're hurting your team. And he's having finally a turnaround season. So I want to tell this to all you youngsters out there playing. I don't care if you're playing Little League, softball, baseball, whatever it might be. Your attitude is going to determine your altitude. A lot of times we're all in the same gene pool. I say this a lot. We're all the same talent when you get to a certain level. But then if I'm a coach, a recruiter, or a scout, and I'm looking around to figure out, how do I separate 15 million kids from the others? It's your attitude. And those are the things that somebody looks at and says, broken hand. I know Jared Kelenic, and I know he's a great kid. But if I'm looking from afar, I'm saying, what an idiot. They don't know you. What's he doing? That's how people judge you, because they don't have that chance. It's from a peripheral place that they're coming from. Right. So you have to keep your emotions in check. That's what people are looking at. Those are the things that separate you from being able to move on. So yes, teaching lesson for him, but also it's a conversation we need to have in the sport. And in this competitive environment that we're creating for kids now unnecessarily, you have to talk to them how to control all the things going on. And the last thing you can do is be slamming your hands, helmets, bats, all those things, because the object you're hitting does not give.
And what I think players struggle with sometimes with that is that you want to show that you care. Because to the opposite side, if you never show any emotion, people think you don't care. And so normally the leaders, sometimes even some of the best players in the games, You think David Ortiz has never struggled before? He struggled plenty of times, and he should have the understanding that, hey, this telephone didn't do anything to me in this situation.
That was a bat, not his hand.
It was a bat, but it could have hurt Dustin Pedroia right there behind him.
Yeah.
That telephone could have flew and hit somebody else. And we all understand that, but I think that comes with the competitive fire that we have in us. Like, I completely agree with you. It is inexcusable, but it happens from time to time. And like I said, unfortunately, he's learned it the hard way.
And the thing about it is, CY, you said it and I said it. We've all done it.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are all learning lessons, but you hope that by the time you get to a level in pro ball where you're getting paid and this is what you do, that you're not injuring yourself or your teammates, hurting your team.